You're bleeding money every single month and you don't even feel it anymore. $14 here, $29 there. Another $20 for that AI writing tool you opened twice in March. Add it up. Go ahead. Most solo founders doing this exercise for the first time find somewhere between $400 and $700 a month quietly draining out of accounts they barely check. That's not a software stack. That's a hobby you're funding without realizing it. Welcome back to Venture Void. If you're new here, this channel exists for one reason: to help solo founders and small operators build leaner, smarter, more automated businesses without burning their margins on tools that promise everything and delivered a dashboard. Today we're going deep on something that's fundamentally reshaping how independent operators are building their software environments in 2026. It's called the subscription rebellion, and the people winning it aren't the ones who found better tools. They're the ones who stopped playing the game the big platforms built for them. Here's what happened. Between 2022 and 2024, every major AI company raced to lock in subscribers at the $20 per month price point. ChatGPT Plus, Claude Pro, Midjourney Standard, Jasper, Copy.ai, Notion AI, Grammarly Premium. Each one of them looked reasonable in isolation. Each one of them felt justified when you signed up. You needed that specific feature. You were in a growth phase. You'd cancel when things slowed down, except things didn't slow down, and you didn't cancel, and now you're carrying 7 or 8 of these things simultaneously because they've each wormed their way into a different corner of your workflow. That's not an accident, that's architecture. These companies designed their tools to become load-bearing walls in your operation so that the cost of removing them feels higher than the cost of keeping them. They won, until now. What's changed in 2026 is that the AI capability gap between a $20 standalone subscription and a bundled $9 alternative has effectively collapsed. This is the critical shift that most people are still sleeping on. 12 months ago, you genuinely needed Claude Pro for long context document analysis, ChatGPT Plus for code interpretation, and Midjourney for image generation because nothing else at that tier could match them. The quality differential was real and it justified the fragmented spending. That differential is gone, or close enough to gone that for 90% of solo founder use cases, it doesn't matter anymore. The bundling wave started with platforms that were already aggregating tools: Canva, Notion, even some of the newer names like Lex and Perplexity, realizing they could absorb AI features into their existing subscription tiers and undercut the standalone tools by simply bundling the capability you were already paying for separately. Then the white label and API reseller market matured. Companies like Poe, which aggregates access to GPT-4o, Claude 3.5, Gemini, and others under a single $8 subscription, became genuinely viable daily drivers. And then, the most interesting thing happened. Niche operators started building micro bundles specifically for small business workflows, combining AI writing, image generation, scheduling automation, and basic CRM logic into single $9 monthly packages. Let me give you a concrete scenario so this isn't abstract. Take a freelance brand strategist running a one-person operation. Before the rebellion, her stack looked like this: $20 for ChatGPT Plus for client proposals and strategy documents, $16 for Midjourney for moodboard images to share with clients, $18 for Notion AI for project management and meeting notes, $14 for Grammarly Premium subscription because she'd been on it since 2021 and never canceled. That's $68 a month for 4 tools that each do one thing reasonably well. In early 2026, she spent one afternoon auditing her actual usage patterns and found something uncomfortable. She was using roughly 60% of what each tool offered and getting 20% of the value she'd convinced herself justified the price. She migrated to a Canva Pro account at $15 a month, which now includes a capable AI image generator, a document and presentation suite with built-in AI writing assistance and brand kit management. She added Poe at $8 a month for on-demand access to multiple frontier models when she needed genuine, deep reasoning for a complex client brief. Total new spend, $23 a month. Annual savings, $540. Quality of output on client deliverables? She reported it was functionally identical. One client noticed a difference. They said her presentations looked better. This is happening across every solo founder category. A content creator who is running ChatGPT Plus at $20, a separate AI SEO tool at $47, and a social media scheduler at $19 found a single platform called Recently that handled AI repurposing, scheduling, and SEO optimization for $12 a month. That's a $74 monthly habit replaced by $12. A developer running 3 SaaS tools for customer support automation, email sequences, and AI-generated documentation consolidated into a single small business plan on one platform for $9. He lost 2 features he'd used maybe 4 times in a year. He didn't miss them. The mechanics of how to actually execute this are important because there's a wrong way to do this that costs you more in the long run. The wrong way is to cancel everything immediately and try to rebuild from scratch, because you'll end up making panic decisions, signing up for the wrong replacements, and losing productivity during a transition period that costs you more in time than you saved in dollars. The right way starts with a 30-minute audit. Open your bank statements for the last 90 days. Tag every subscription charge related to software and AI tools. Don't rely on memory. You will forget at least two. Once you have the real number in front of you, map each tool to a specific workflow it touches. Not a general category, a specific task. If you can't name the task in one sentence, that tool is already a candidate for elimination regardless of what replaces it. Then you tier your tools into 3 buckets. The first bucket is mission critical, tools that touch revenue generating work daily and where switching has a meaningful learning curve cost. You don't touch these yet. The second bucket is redundant, tools where you're paying for a feature you already get somewhere else or could easily get from a bundle. These go immediately. The third bucket is zombie subscriptions, tools you've been meaning to cancel for months. These go today, not after you find a replacement. They don't need a replacement, they need a cancellation. After the audit, you look at the bundle landscape specifically for your use case. Right now in 2026, the strongest consolidation plays for solo founders are in 3 categories. Content and copy workflows. Canva Pro plus Poe or Perplexity Pro gets most people to 90% of what they need for under $25. Automation and operations. Zapier's starter plan plus a single AI assistant that integrates into it replaces most of what people are running as separate automation tools at a fraction of the cost. And client-facing work, there are now at least 6 legitimate all-in-one platforms that handle CRM, proposal generation, invoicing, and AI-assisted communication for under $20 a month, replacing stacks that were collectively costing $80 to $120. Now here's the catch, because there's always a catch and you should be skeptical of anyone who doesn't tell you this. Bundles optimize for the median user. If your workflow is genuinely specialized, if you're doing high-volume AI video production, or running complex multi-agent automations, or need enterprise-level document processing, and the $9 bundle is not your answer. You will sacrifice real capability, and it will cost you in ways that show up in your output quality and your time. The rebellion isn't about paying less at all costs, it's about refusing to pay premium standalone prices for commodity capabilities when you're a small operation that doesn't need the ceiling of those tools. Know your ceiling. If you're genuinely hitting the limits of a $20 tool every day, that tool might be earning its keep, but most of you aren't. Most of you are paying for ceiling you never touch, while the floor, the baseline daily capability, has become available everywhere at a fraction of the price. The market matured, the commoditization happened, and the solo founders who recognized it early and acted on it in the first half of 2026 are now operating with hundreds of dollars in recovered monthly margin that they're reinvesting into things that actually move revenue: ads, contractors, their own time. Don't let inertia be the thing that keeps you paying for tools that stopped earning their price 6 months ago. Do the audit this week. It takes 30 minutes, and the number you find will make the decision obvious. If you want the full tool-by-tool comparison breakdown and the exact consolidation map we use to audit client stacks, subscribe and hit the bell. We publish this kind of depth every week. No fluff, just the mechanics.